Hi guys, how you doing? Paul here from WP Genie. Thanks for joining me for the very first debut inaugural video, which I'll be doing on a regular basis. This is just going to be a sort of like a WP Genie WordPress update sort of videos. I'm not sure how it's going to evolve yet, but I'll basically just be going through some of the updates that are coming that you can expect that's going to be happening in the WordPress space, and give you some information about upcoming events and all sorts of things. So yeah, we'll just get through this one and then we'll see how it goes. So yeah, don't forget to smash the like button and also subscribe if you like these videos, and also comment as well. Commenting is really great. It helps with the Google algorithms and the YouTube algorithms, and it just overall it creates a really good sense of community. So make sure to put your thoughts and feelings down below in the comments. All right, so let's get started, shall we? So there's going to be a few things we're going to talk about with some upcoming updates for WordPress and some other things. So let's look at the first one. So WordPress 5.3 is its launch is imminent. It's looking to be launched on the 12th of this month, and it's going to bring a couple of features such as bug fixes to the Gutenberg block editor, and also it's going to introduce the 2020 theme as well, which is looking pretty nice. So yes, currently the 5.3 version is in release candidate number 4 at the moment, so you can download it and beta test it, and if you find any bugs, just let WordPress know. So yeah, just if you want to know more about that, just go to wordpress.org.news. This is the page I'm on at the moment. So some other news that are coming up. So it's the 2019 annual survey. So if you're a WordPress developer, user, ponderer, somebody who just wants to, who's been dabbling in WordPress for a while, and you want to give your feedback about it, then yeah, go ahead and complete the annual survey for that, and that helps WordPress and the development team for WordPress to make it even better. So it's really, really good. So yeah, so about the 5.3 release candidate, or the release for the 12th of this month, as I said, it's going to introduce a new theme, which is the 2020 theme. So let's take a look at that, shall we? If you go to, if you just type into Google WordPress 2020 theme, you'll come to this link. But yeah, it's basically they've done a pretty nice design for everything. You can sort of come to this page and you can look at the demos of the page, and I've got a couple of those open, so let's have a look. So this is the just a standard page demo. So yeah, it's looking really nice. It's obviously using the Gutenberg block editor more in this as well, so that's where you're getting your images side by side and your layouts and things like that, which is pretty neat, and really good big sort of text, and yeah, it's looking pretty nice actually. It's probably nicer than some of the other themes in the past. So yeah, I've never really been a massive fan of them personally, but this one is looking pretty nice. So these are just images, by the way, so you can't interact with these. And also the this is the blog post layout. So that's looking really nice. So it's again using the block editor for building all of this. So it's pretty nice. So that's it. That's the 2020 theme. Something else that is coming up this month is PHP 7.4 release is looking to be released on the 28th of this month, November, and so PHP is the server-side language program, or programming language. So and it helps to run applications like WordPress because it's built on PHP. So, and 7.4 is looking to be really quite great. There's a few technical things that are going to be happening under the hood, but it's basically it's just making code a lot smaller, so not having to write as much code. So you're able to then write less code, which means it's going to be faster for processing. It's also going to have preloading, so the server will preload things before they're actually needed, so that helps to speed things up really well as well. But if you want to sort of get your teeth a little bit more into this, then just go to Cloudway's blog, PHP7.4. They've got a good write-up about it all, and as a developer, what it means for you and how it can better your code, which is pretty neat. Alright, so let's move on to a pretty big topic, and this is really, really important, and this is the WPVCD malware that's been getting around, and the reason being is that people are not paying for premium plugins. So hackers or nefarious actors have taken premium plugin code, and then they've injected their own code, and then they've made it available for people to download and put up on their sites. And it's a really big, massive issue because it's starting to affect a lot of sites, and it's self-induced as well. So it's not something that's outside or penetrating WordPress. It's actually the users themselves. They're going and downloading pirated plugins and themes that you would normally pay for, and then they're installing them, and it's then putting in a backdoor code for the hackers to be able to then get access to the website and do whatever they want. So this is something that's really come up a lot lately, and a lot of sites are starting to get affected by this, but it is self-induced. So so this is, and that particular one, the WPVCD malware virus, is pretty notorious because even if you remove the theme or plugin, it actually keeps the code there. So when the website loads again, the code just comes back and then just keeps affecting the site. So once you kind of have it, you can't really do anything. Well, you've got to really go through and clean everything up and find the actual source of the hack. But it just literally means you just got to strip out everything and just re-add all the plugins, themes, WordPress core, everything. Just start from scratch again with just fresh copies of everything. And plus you have to look at your database to make sure that there's nothing in there. So it's a pretty big job to fix. So don't download premium plugins that seemingly look free, because they're not free. They are free, but it'll end up costing you even more money to get it fixed. So again on security, the wpvulndb.com website is pretty good to keep up to date with what's happening, what plugins, what themes, and WordPress vulnerabilities there are. So and this is why it's really important to keep everything up to date, all your plugins and themes up to date, and WordPress as well, because older versions of plugins and themes and WordPress, they eventually get hacked, and and then the hackers get in and do stuff. It's not good. So just make sure you're doing the updates, security and maintenance updates on your site, and also having backups as well. It's really important. Again, stretching over to the security. So I found this really cool plugin that allows you to set up a Google Authenticator, two-factor authentication for your WordPress login. Now this is pretty neat. So this is a free plugin, and you just install it, and you go through the process of setting up. So you get your phone, and then you install you basically just go through and connect up the Google Authenticator plugin on your phone to your website, and then every time you go to log into your website, it'll actually ask for a code which lasts for a certain period of time. So this is going to then really increase the security of your administration process. So just keep in mind, this is like 2FA for one user forever. So it doesn't this doesn't cover like membership sites and all that sort of stuff. So you may have to look at something a little bit different for that. But this out of the box, if it's just you as the author of the website, this is a really good way to keep those bad actors out. All right, so some other news. Google has had their SiteKit plugin in beta for a few months. I got to try it out. It's pretty neat. It just basically brings all the Google Analytics, Google Page Speed, Google Search Console, and AdSense, if you're running ads and stuff, all that data you can show on your WordPress dashboard all in one place. So instead of having to go and log into all these different places, you just go to the one place on your website and you can see all the stats for website visits and keywords and all that sort of thing, which is pretty neat. So they've just released it just at the end of October. They released the alpha version, so it came out of beta. So that is now available for you to go and download. And of course it will be in the WordPress directory. So here it is, SiteKit by Google. So you can just go and install that through your plugin menu. That's pretty cool. Alright, so speaking of Google, the latest algorithm updates that just got pushed out or started rolling out on the 21st of October is called BERT. BERT stands for Bidirectional Encoder Representations from Transformers. Yeah, I know. I had that same look when I first saw that. I'm like, what the... Anyway, in a nutshell, it's basically it's an improvement on their neural network. So it's they've just made a lot of improvements in the context of understanding of terms, what people mean. So, for example, the word bank can be described as going to the bank, withdrawing money, or going to a riverbank. So when people would search, would put in, a contextual search like I'm going to the bank, then it could possibly mean that Google would serve up search results based on the fact that it is going to bring up, like, say, a riverbank, that sort of thing. So it's improved those a lot, and it's only affected 1 in every 10 search results. So there's nothing to get freaked out about by it. And the other cool thing about it is, like, all the other algorithm updates in the past, everyone was like frantically going, oh, what are we going to do? What are we going to change? What are we going to update? Well, this algorithm, you don't do anything. There's nothing you need to do. You just continue on as you continue on. Writing good content, it's all back down to just having good content that is useful for your website visitors, and making sure that the content is written in a way that it is conversational and not technical, or not too technical, but written very simply and concisely. So that's pretty much the whole crux of the update. There's also other things that it ties into, which is voice search as well, because voice search is becoming very popular, and especially with devices like Google Home and all that. Then the person speaking, so it has to understand what the person is saying in context to everything that it's saying. So yeah, so particularly like when somebody's saying like, hey Google, can you show me pink shoes, and then it'll come up with pink shoes, and then oh, I want the one with no laces, you know, and then Google will be like, okay, based on the reference of what they were talking about, shoes, then, you know, the one about laces, then it will be, it's just better understanding the entire context of the conversation. So it's just an improvement to all of that, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So you can read all about that through just Google, you know, BERT algorithm Google, and you'll find a lot of stuff on it, which is pretty neat. All right, so on closing, something that's happening on a national level here in Australia is WordCamp Sydney, coming up on the 16th and 17th of this month. If you're in Sydney and you have nothing better to do on those days, and you've got $70 available, then go along to WordCamp Sydney, because it is going to be 2 days full of packed information. You get fed, you get hydrated, you get coffee. It's an overall really amazing experience, particularly if you're working with WordPress, and even if you're thinking about jumping into WordPress, these are really good places to go to meet the community, and you'll just see how amazing the community is as well, and it just reinforces how amazing WordPress is. So yeah, so put that in your diary, and you know, pay the $70. It's really cool. If you want to know more about it, go to 2019.sydney.wordcamp.org, and you'll see the schedule, and you can buy tickets, and where the venue is, and who the speakers are. There's some really cool speakers this year, and I know a few of them, which is pretty neat, and they are all pretty cool. In fact, let's go a few. Yep, so Kate Toon, she's SEO, she's just brilliant at SEO. We've got Michael Villa, who's the local Gold Coast Elementor group leader. Luke Carbis, he's really well known for working on some amazing projects with WordPress. Got Kath Hughes. She's a local website developer in Sydney, who does some really amazing work, and yeah, they're just all amazing people that you should go and listen to and learn from all about WordPress. So that's it, guys. I'm going to wrap it up there, and so thank you for this very first video. I'm glad you joined me, and it's going to be the first of many. This is not as polished as obviously the future ones will be, but I'll keep working away on it to bring you all the greatest updates and the latest and greatest updates for WordPress. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.